Giles, it's really wonderful getting to work with you again on this ballet.
Totally, and I'm super excited about working on this fall gala.
One of the things that drew me to your work initially was the focus on texture. I'm learning about all these different fabrics and how they can take to print.
See, all that time watching Project Runway's paying off, Kyle.
Yeah. I'm Kyle Abraham, and I am a choreographer.
My name is Giles Deacon, and I'm a fashion designer based in London. It was such a glorious experience working with you back in 2018. As a relative newbie to the ballet world, I learned such a huge amount from the pace, the way all the sections are developed.
You're thinking this for Jonathan, this
Yeah,
fabrication
exactly.
preferred?
It would be nice to give that a friend. I know.
Well, I think we might actually want to move these two.
So let's put that with her.
That same fabric?
Yeah.
I just love your imagination, your willingness to collaborate. This ballet is so much bigger in a lot of ways to what we did with The Runaway, because we're having dancers change costumes. So it's really interesting for me to think about transitions. Like, how much am I giving a dancer to get in their new costume before the next section? Who comes in when had to do with what you've put them in.
That's a great way of working. It's listening and understanding and back and forth. It's very rare to come across those relationships, and I value them enormously.
There's this part of me that gets so overwhelmed with expectations of what we're making. But I think that's part of the joy of working together as well. You were like, oh, it's gonna be amazing, it's gonna be great, even when I'm stressed out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3.
I saw your work in Vogue, and I was extremely drawn to your deconstructed suit forms that you were exploring. I felt like all of the angular shapes could really translate well to the ballet stage.
5, 6. Ooh, nice. That was great. That was great. Yeah.
My name is Gianna Risen, and I am a choreographer.
My name is Alejandro Palomo, and I'm the creative director of Palomo Spain. Funny enough, that collection, the one that was inspired by New York, it still has that flirty, sensual romanticism to it, but it was more like Wall Street businessman going to work.
Right, exactly. I wanted that New Yorker Wall Street suit look, but we wanted to make it ballet. Risk and pushing these confines of what ballet is something that I was talking to Alejandro about since the very beginning.
Go a little bit back, do these, try to get a little closer, and then separate a little bit more.
He took things a step further and decided to pinstripe all of the suits with Swarovski crystals from head to toe.
We've also gone quite risky in the silhouettes we've chosen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I should have the stitching here. It'll be okay.
Mark in the costume shop pushed to get some prototypes for studio rehearsals, which has been really interesting for me. There's been a lot of compromise that we're making for the costumes, but I think because of those restrictions, it's also becoming something new and unique in the movement quality. It's only the Fall Fashion Gala that I would ever work this way, honestly.
Sometimes the most difficult thing is to make a dance for one single dancer. This is stripped down and exposing in a way. My name is Justin Peck, and I am the resident choreographer of New York City Ballet, and I'm working with Raf Simons, the Antwerp-based fashion designer. He is a real visionary artist. The way he thinks, there's no boundaries, there's no borders. I've always been really drawn to people who think in that way. We want to give the illusion of you walking on a tightrope. So if you can set up that preparation right on this seam on the floor, We want to kind of maintain our balance right along this. So let's just try that once. This solo was created at the height of the pandemic and entirely on stage here at Lincoln Center. That rarely, if ever, occurs. We spent about 2 weeks just working on stage with no mirrors. So everything was done through feeling and through trust. Okay, good. And use the arms almost like when you see, Man on Wire, it's like that kind of massive balance pole. So there is this kind of post-apocalyptic eeriness to the solo. So we tried to lean into that a little bit with the designs, and Raph came to me with these almost like Night at the Opera looks. Usually with these collaborations, everything all kind of comes together at the very last moment. For the first time in the Fashion Gala, I'm able to present my collaborators with a finished product of what the choreography is, what the music is, and then build off of that. It's been a wonderful chance to revisit that solo and work on refining it and exploring it more. I've never made anything quite in this way before.